Good evening, and welcome to Darkness in Dublin and another scene. Tonight we are at a, not non-disclosed, but somewhat anonymous-looking garage where Emily is just arriving. She's sent a message not too long ago to a friend, shall we say? Well, the sheriff. Are they friends? Probably not. Well, who knows? And she is currently in obfuscate, actually, because she's carrying something rather heavy with her. But yeah, she is moving in. She would have probably gotten some sort of instruction as to where to be or what. There's back room she should enter or something like that. And she's gonna just put down the plastic wrapped large thing she has.
It's you enter a garage. It's literally just a garage. Francis is there waiting for you.
Yeah, you will. Well, depending on whether or not you have obfuscate
He
on.
doesn't. He doesn't. He's just there waiting for you.
Yeah, Emily will appear at some point. Come out of. You'll notice that she comes out of obfuscate, which is not typically something a gangrel has. But you're quite sure you didn't see her come in, or did you? Oh,
He given the amount of specs he has, almost certainly. Actually, yeah, almost certainly. I don't know what generation Emily is.
well, it's clear that she comes in and you just say, "Good evening. Is it safe here, or should I close the door?"
Oh, quite safe, but then again, I have a feeling you want us to have just an ounce of privacy. He will walk up to the garage door and just close it shut, and will pull on a bit of string, like a like a switch attached to some string. It's basically a switch attached to the ceiling. Pulls down on it, and the light comes on.
Right. She begins to unpack the plastic wrapped, body. I mean, the shape doesn't it does make it very, very, very conspicuous and very noticeable. But then again, as you can understand, she's probably been hidden, so there isn't that much of a problem. Like, people probably wouldn't see her. But it is a rather large man, uh, fairly somewhat tall and big, with a stake through him, and he is covered in wounds. Like, his gut is torn open, and he is, like, you're not quite sure if this guy is obviously a vampire, but how this guy is not dusted is beyond you. You're imagining you're imagining it's probably close to him getting out, because that looks extraordinarily painful and unnatural. He has like 7 ag on him or something. Like,
working hard, I see.
Well, I looked into one of the places that had been hit or burned.
Actually, would you mind catching me up to speed on that? Because La Perfecta got burned down.
Oh, right. like I had my own stuff to take care of, but like I just began looking because, and she picks up her phone, um, and she will give you like she's taken some pictures of what was left of the police investigation. I I'm not too good with all of this, but maybe you can have a look. Maybe there's something to this.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
What are these? What are these burnings?
Well, it's businesses connected to people. Davis and others. Like they're just they're getting hit, and it's definitely this guy and a Nosferatu guy. He was particularly fond of Molotov cocktails. Yeah, I didn't stick around to get him with me. I just took this guy and ran. Oh,
Okay.
and by the way, she fishes out a small fireproof box with a sort of like a little display on it, or like a number pad. So you need to punch in a code to open it.
Okay.
This is just I found this. It was some of the very smoky and well burned out furniture, but it was hidden. I have to dig a little to get this out, but I don't know.
Okay. Where did you find this?
In what was left of the warehouse.
Burned down warehouse.
Yeah.
So these these vandals have been targeting this warehouse and targeted Delano's restaurant.
I would assume so.
Do we know why?
I mean, destabilization, hitting people's resources or places where they can feel at ease. Maybe it's the Sabbat. I would. Well, if we can wake this guy up, she points at him. We might be able to ask him.
Don't think I'll need to. But interesting. Do you know a man called Tavish?
Tavish?
Hmm.
She searches for a while. Uh, Probably not.
Okay. I was just curious.
I
That
know.
name's been making the rounds.
I know Travis or Tanner, but not. No, not that.
It's no problem. I may have to ask some of the other neonates to get me caught up to speed. What's been going on? A warehouse, then Delano's restaurant. Have any other places been hit?
Wasn't there something about the waterfront?
Don't make me go through this. Sigh. I'm gonna have to go through all the stuff on Facebook now. So there is.
There's the tanker. There's the restaurant.
Motion La Perfecta. Got
Local warehouse. The first one. Start of April. And then a ghoul was of Tavish was found chopped up.
Willis Tavish. He's seen running through the sewers. And he winds up at Delano's restaurant somehow and is killed there.
Yeah.
He was seen the same night that a condemned building was burned down. They were looking to kill him. That's what they were trying to do.
Yeah, they got to his school, apparently.
Fuck.
Look, I just wanted to have a look for myself because...
But wait, I'm a little bit confused because it's saying if investigation is currently on if Tavish is just a victim or the cause of the explosion, yet at the same time, he's apparently a kindred because he has a ghoul.
I think so.
That was in a local news article.
Out of character, the thing with the school being attacked was a rumor.
Yeah. He couldn't have been a ghoul then. Unless he's really, really young. Okay. Never mind. It's possible he didn't Ash. Actually, Francis is actually just saying that. It's possible he didn't Ash, I suppose. Depending how young he was.
Well, I just begin, like, I haven't heard anything, so I don't even know why I did it, because...
How the hell did... I may have to speak with Delano, find out why he's there. Or why he was there. And what Tavish had that made him so worth killing.
Yeah, that's perhaps necessary. But
maybe this is it. I may have to crack this open.
well, I don't know if it will ruin whatever's inside, but I thought I'd just, like, my original thought was just bringing it to you, and you could decide what to do with it.
I'll have a professional see if they can crack it open. I may even be able to have access to the I have access to the morgue. Should be able to examine Tavish's body. If I'm lucky, I may be able to find something on him, conventionally or otherwise, that could lead me to this code being unlocked, and I won't have to simply break it open.
Well, sure.
But absolutely excellent work. You brought in 2 rogue kindred and...
Well, one. The other is not.
Oh, the other... Yeah, sorry. You brought in 1 rogue kindred and...
I mean, I gotta assume that, well, sadly that he's Sabat, but...
likely.
Who knows?
Might even be an attempt at distraction.
Well, what I knew that they were...
Waterford.
Well, what I knew that they wanted to surround me and attack me. So, I made one of them... Well, he was actually dumb enough to attack me one-on-one, and then I, did this to him and got away, so... Not really, like, fucking Mensa applicants, but hey.
Well, you did very well to defend yourself.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that's really one of the things I'm good at, so.
I may have to get you with my fist sometime. I'm very good with a sword, as it were. He just kind of literally just takes out his sword and just kind of just flings it upwards and just kind of catches the handle. But not so good without. Much more of a tool user, as it were,
Right.
rather than one who acts without them.
Yeah, kind of. In my mortal life, I kind of did this, well, semi-professionally. So it's called mixed martial arts, but that's not important. What I did this a lot, and I really actually did enjoy it. But
Well, if I make it out of Waterford, I'll get you to teach me.
right,
Speaking of which, are you coming to Waterford?
um, maybe. Well, actually, um, there might be um. Okay, listen. I we are probably going to meet some Sabat that some of them might react to me, and that would be really, really bad because of reasons. And
React to you?
um, that would call me something not like a Camarilla, but look, call me something else.
Oh, are they still held under vernaculum to you?
They would call me a traitor, and that might let certain people think, well, know certain things, and that would be really, really bad. So,
Well, to be fair, he looks down at the body, kind of scuffs it with his hand. You may have already run into two.
oh, that's true, but I just don't want people to. That's gossip I can really do without because, yeah.
To be fair, anyone of importance already knows.
Emily just sighs very deeply. Yeah, that really makes me comfortable and really does make me relaxed and not
If it
panicky
helps,
at all.
if the court wanted you gone, you'd already be gone.
I know.
But speaking of court, and this lovely bespoke gift-wrapped present, it's become very obvious to me that you're extremely good at what you do.
Well, I suppose, but I mean,
I
I'm
wanted,
still, learning by doing and all that.
I wanted to offer you a reward for that. And a chance to keep learning while you're at it.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I want to make you a hound.
Okay.
Of all the neonates in the city, the only one who's been more successful than you is Katrina. She is my county. And a harpy. But you have done more to defend this domain than most Ancilla.
Right.
That deserves compensation and recognition.
Right. So.
And
Okay.
with everything that's happening, myself and Abdul are going to need an additional figure to watch our back. You're
All right.
capable and reliable.
Right. Okay. I mean, thanks for the vote of confidence, and like, it's not that I'm not grateful and appreciate it, but I I know a little bit about what this might entail, but I'm I might just royally fuck up in this particular endeavor.
It's literally no different than what you've already been doing. That's half the reason I'm offering it to you. You're already a hound in effect.
Oh, okay. So I don't need to do fancy court stuff and stuff.
To make this simple, a hound is basically a subordinate of the sheriff. It is a title. It is a noted title. But a hound operates under the jurisdiction of the sheriff. They aid them in investigating and enforcing the law. In doing so, they get a little bit more leeway in their duties and in their privileges.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sure.
And in doing so, you will be noted as a titled and respected kindred of the court.
There's a very slight and right. Well, I mean, I guess that's
Makes it a lot easier for you to move around.
yeah. Yeah, I suppose it's that is actually a good thing.
A lot of kindred in this city are soft-hearted. And at worst, completely incapable of defending themselves. They need guardians like us.
Right, but right. Sure, well, sure.
And we're not like the Anarchs. We have laws, and they need enforcing. Doesn't mean you have to be good with words. Just means you have to be good at finding things and knowing when and how to throw a punch. He looks down to the firebox and then the body, or the fireproof box, and he looks at the body. You seem very capable at both.
Well, I mean, right. I mean, if you could help me with some pointers on like investigation, like police work, like resources or something I could look at that. I honestly think that would help a lot. But other than that, sure. Other than that, you know what, I'm. Thank you, and okay, I'll agree. I'll or accept the position or whatever.
Excellent. Welcome to the Hounds. and he'll hold out his hand for you to shake.
Oh, she shakes it.
I'll notify the court of your new position, so you won't have to.
Just, the whole Sabbat thing, can we make it like a thing that we don't talk about it unless we have to?
I'm hardly going to be going around throwing out your personal baggage for the world to see, particularly now that you're my hound.
It's just that I'm a little bit different from normal gangrel. Just saying.
Oh. How so?
Well, after the first couple of nights where look, I dug myself out of a hole. I told you as much.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they call it shovel-headed. And there was a group of about 25, 30 people. We were told to attack. Everyone else died that first night, after 2 or 3 nights. We were all starving, and everyone died except me. And sometime after I began to find out about, the disciplines and stuff. And as far as I've been told afterwards, and in the Anarchs and stuff, normally gangrel have animalism. They have the eyes and the claws and all that stuff, and then they have supernatural toughness. I didn't.
That's unusual.
Yeah. Just before, I just want to tell you because it's a thing. So
But you have the claws.
Yeah.
So I presume you're still a member of the clan. Interesting.
What is a bloodline specifically?
A bloodline. Well, that's interesting. I suppose it depends on what you mean. I mean, in both meanings of the word, it is a lineage of sorts. For example, the Venture are very particular about their bloodlines.
I heard talk of something called a country gangrel and a city gangrel. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but...
Okay, well, at its base, a bloodline is simply the lineage you have from your clan progenitor. Although, and they are obviously all these bloodlines are part of the same clan, although some bloodlines are distinct from their clan and manifest separate abilities. As such, rather than clans, they are considered bloodlines. Bloodlines in many ways are like a clan in miniature.
Oh. Okay, that's actually a pretty good way of describing it.
I suppose, depending on the bloodline, some are considered distinct from their clan, others are considered of their clan, but just a variant of it. And then you have K-Teeth, but they're not really of a bloodline because they don't manifest the abilities of their blood, of their clan.
Right. I am definitely of my clan. That much is certain.
I wouldn't have expected you to manifest protein if you were a K-Teeth.
Well, there is that.
In any case, I'll make the announcement, and if you come to Waterford, I'll be glad to have you. If not, hold the floor until I'm back.
What exactly are we going to do, and how are we going to do it?
In Waterford?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take the train station. Then we're going to take the docks. Then we're going to take the castle. Problem is, the castle is going to be very difficult to take even after we've taken both of those. Then we're going to have to stop the Sabbat from shovel-heading more people.
I'll be there.
Glad to have you. Kind of pats your shoulder, as in like, yeah, comrade.
Right. So. Yeah.
Given that Tavish was in Nosferatu, I'm going to send him a tip, because if anyone can open this box, it's probably going to be them. Then again, the information may disappear if they get it. So I may ask to be present, as it's a matter of in sheriff investigations. But I think they'll want me to be there anyway. If it's something the Sabbat wants, they'll probably share it.
Right, but how are we going to, like, are we going to use mortals? Are we going to use just hit and run, like, or brute force? Like,
I might get one of my friends in the underworld scene to see if they can have a crack at this box. See if I can get a hold of a safe cracker.
fair enough. But if we're going to Waterford and I can watch people's backs, but just a direct assault is going to be a problem, because that is the one way that the Sabbat really want you to attack, where it's just a frenzy of just people beating the shit out of each other.
We don't have much of a choice in this situation. We've cleared out the city with our respective spheres of power. But in every war, you can cripple the Camarilla, the Sabbat, the Anarchs as much as you want. With all the mortal power in the world, you can wither away at them, you can even destroy many of them. But at the end of the day, someone is going to have to come in, sword and gun in hand, and finish the job. It doesn't help that they're an entirely separate domain. I've got a good head count of how many Sabbat are at the train station. The number is manageable, and we're older. We should be stronger. And you are more capable. Just through sheer merit, you should be able to make your way through them.
Right, right.
The problem will come is when the problems will start when they begin to bring in reinforcements. We'll have to deal with the garrison at the train station quickly. It is likely that the bishop will be aware of our arrival as soon as we step foot within the domain. But this should give... This in many ways gives us, as a sect, an advantage.
And they're not gonna... When we do this, they're not gonna, at the same time, just make a counterattack somewhere else.
The train line's been shut down. They don't have easy ways to get to Dublin. The train line is their main method. They could go by boat.
It's just, maybe, I don't know, maybe people should be aware and then just get to, like, be secure. So if there is...
I understand. I'll notify the court so that anyone that remains in the city can shut down the aquatic travel between Waterford and Dublin.
I mean, just to be sure, so we can have as many of them.
We take the train station, that's already 25% of their numbers gone. Then they're going to attack us, but probably not with all of their forces. The bishop's going to hold back some measure of a garrison because he doesn't want to leave himself exposed. So he's going to leave some Sabbat with him, which means it could be expecting around 20 to 30 Sabbat reinforcing them once we take the train station. But by then we'll have at least been able to fortify the area.
Right.
If you manage to fend off a reinforcements, taking the dock should be much easier. The only real trouble is the respective disciplines of those infamous among the Sabbat.
And we're not going to take prisoners, or try to take prisoners, right?
No prisoners.
All right.
This is the end of Sabbat's crusade over Ireland. None can remain.
Okay. All right. I'll leave you to it. I have some things I need to. Just some things I need to work out on.
Good night. And congratulations.
Thanks. I'll be in touch soon. And if I were to take someone, can I bring people with me? I mean, let's say that I want someone who's really good at investigating shit. Better than me, anyway. Could I take them with me and just say that it's official can I even do that?
As in what? What are you asking me to? What are you asking of me?
Like, if I find another neonate, right, and that person is really good at, maybe he was a police investigator, or it still is, or something. Can I then go and say, like, I deputize them or something like that and bring them along, or?
Well, as a hound, you're effectively my deputy.
Right. Okay, so
I guess you could consider yourself a deputy of the sheriff. Depends on the kindred, I suppose. Some may ask for prestation in return. They may ask for a boon. Depends on how respected and how much leverage you have, I suppose. There's still a bit of grey in how much power you have. But I'll certainly say this, no one can obstruct your investigation.
Okay.
If you're investigating, as a hound, you investigate under my authority. So if anyone who challenges you challenges me.
Fair enough. I am going to look into some of the other things when time comes, but I suppose if it's a bot, then that's not going to be a problem from not much longer from now on. But I'll have a look into it. But yeah, thanks for this, and have a good night.
Good evening.
And Emily will go outside, and she'll find her bicycle not too far away, and she'll begin to head home. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. Good night.